Hey folks, Monday, Black Monday. Oh, I think this video is going to be more of an editorial than any kind of a market commentary, because I'll tell you something, I am pissed, I'm mad, I'm angry. They're killing the whole economy, they are crushing the whole economy. All of commerce is being shut down. This is a manufactured, insane, hyperbolic panic. Media, the authorities, the clueless authorities, the central banks. This is unbelievable. To counteract a virus with a 98, 99% survival rate, they're going to destroy the economy. So, yeah, they're going to contain the virus, but we're all going to be financially and economically dead because of these idiots, these morons. First of all, let's talk about the central banks, these idiots, these morons. I can't believe it. Like any science, when you do something, and the result is opposite of what you predict, wouldn't you go back and examine that and question that and go back to the drawing board and say, hey, this is not what we planned? Cutting rates to, and by the way, for you gold bugs out there, and we know how to trade gold. All right, my people know how to trade gold. We bought it down here today at $14.50. But for you gold bugs out there who think this is printing money, no, this is not printing money. This is unprinting money. And for those of you who live in this world and say all the time that the government needs to be run like a business, well, guess what? You're seeing it right now, right in front of your eyes. Because when the government is run like a business, and it has the monopoly power and the enforcement power over every citizen in the nation, guess what? It can buy whatever it wants to buy, just like this stupid central bank goes out and buys all the assets and earns all the income from those assets, and us, there's nothing left for us. That's the culmination. When you take it to a logical extreme, that is a government that is run like a business. The central bank, which is an arm of the government, went out and is now buying all the assets, stripping the economy of that income at a time when businesses are closed, people are being sent home from work, nobody's making any income, and they're sucking out all the income. How do these people get in these positions? That's what I want to know. How? How? Somebody tell me, please. Morons, idiots, idiots. Turtles could do a better job than this. So now we just have to hunker down. When the idiots decide it's okay to open up the shops and the restaurants and the bars and everything else, this thing's going to snap back big time. I'll tell you that right now. But we don't know. I mean, the destruction can be so deep at this point. And the market is going to discount like what the contraction is going to be. And make no mistake about it, there's going to be a big contraction. Each and every one of us is going to be feeling it in some way or another. The authorities, who were caught totally unprepared and had no clue how to deal with this, went way overboard, shutting everything down. Shutting everything down. To cure a biological agent. Cure a biological agent by destroying the freaking economy. Now, I'm sorry, I don't do videos like this. You know, I do market-related videos. But this is crazy what's going on. This is a manufactured panic by a bunch of morons who have no approach to the problem other than crashing everything. So it's useless to talk markets at this point. Throw it up in the air. What number do you want? What number do you want? In 2008, 2009, the S&P dropped 58% and the economy contracted by 4%. We're down 29%. All right? So basically a doubling of this. I mean, you could feasibly talk about the S&P at 1500. You could talk about the S&P at 1400. Okay? Because right now, and I admit this is not a scientific method of analyzing it, I'm trying to get a handle on this. I'm trying to say, is there a comparison? Can we make a comparison to a previous time? Okay, let's use the financial crash. And this is not a financial situation. It's not about throwing money at the problem. All right? You could have all the money in the world, but do you have the hospital beds? Do you have the intensive care units? Do you have the ventilators? Do you have the healthcare workers? I mean, I'm just talking about my state here in New York, where they went crazy overboard today, shutting everything down. And by the way, now they're talking about curfews. They're talking about stopping all domestic flights. I mean, this is really getting ridiculous. But in my state, there's only 600 intensive care beds in this whole entire state. And this is a big state in terms of its economy, in terms of its, sophistication. Yes, sorry you people down there in the South, whatever. Only 600 beds. They already used up 60 of those beds. 10% gone like that in a day, in 2 days. It's never about the money, all right? This should be a glaring example. The money, you push a button, it's there. That, by the way, that's another thing. These clowns in Congress, they can't even come together on a simple passage of like a basic package for the virus. We're not talking about a 2009 $787 billion, which that was even a pittance, but that worked, by the way. Once that thing was passed, boom, that was a V-shaped recovery. But this is not the same thing. And what blows my mind is you have the media and people out there talking about, oh, the deficit. The deficit, listen, folks, in 1941, the deficit was 35% of GDP. That would be the equivalent of an $8 trillion deficit today. But guess what? We did that because we were fighting a war that we had to win. It was a war for our very survival. Nobody was asking about the deficit. And guess what? On top of that, it made us rich as a nation. Didn't bankrupt us. No, how are the grandkids going to pay for it? No, that got passed along to the freaking grandkids. The grandkids are still living off of that money. But now it's like, whoa. We can't do 100 billion. We can't do 50 billion. We can't give people, $1,000 check. They're talking about 1,000. How far is $1,000 down? One rent payment, if you're lucky. I don't know where you live in, Mississippi. One rent payment. Unbelievable. So yeah, I'm a little bit upset, as you can see. I don't do these kind of videos. You know me, I don't do these kind of videos. I gotta be triggered to do these videos, and believe me, they trigger me. They trigger me through the roof. Anyway, it's all in my report. Go to my... You know what? Here's another thing. I just got to say this. All right? And this is no attack on anyone who has been with me. I'm getting a lot of emails, Mike. I wish I would have stayed with you, man. I blew out my account. You had all the right. I wish I would have stayed. So what's the problem? Stay. Learn. Get insight. Get understanding. Get mental game. Improve yourself. Raise up your level. It's here for you. Go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com, sign up. Sorry for the rant, but man, I'm mad today. I am really mad today.